Welcome to The Landing, Taylorville's premier venue for weddings, reunions, showers, parties, and anything in between. Located just 4 miles southeast of Taylorville, The Landing is a quaint and charming barn venue with a very chic and rustic style. Nestled among picturesque scenery and brimming with stunning details, The Landing is the perfect place to make your next memory.
It's Friday, and you know what that means. High school football begins. Jagger Moore picks up the kickoff at the 7-yard line and brings it to the other side of the 30. Brandon Odam then here seen dropping a beautiful dime to Justin Wright for the long gain. Then Moore on the end around comes around, goes up through the defense, stretches it out, but ball's placed on the 1. Then Kyle Woods has to do it not once but twice to get the touchdown.
Those guys have really took it upon themselves to make sure that they're aggressive and they're low, and they can't wait to get to goal line.
Taylorville's defense getting it done here. Kyle Woods with the initial hit on the tackle for loss, which then Brandon Odam drops off this pass to Jagger Moore, who makes an insane catch. Here's some more of that Taylorville pressure, but Nick Malone scrambles out of the pocket and gets outside.
We're a family, we're so close, and when we're all just working like that, it just helps everyone out, and we got a bunch of athletes that can do whatever.
Caden Wright talked about the defense, and here's a huge hit out of Durbin, which then leads to this pick by Jordan Moats right there. Here it is again. Evan Champley, the running back, rips off a huge 30-plus yard run here, which he just won't go down. And then here comes Brandon Odam, not to be shown up, showing off fancy footwork, juking this D lineman, which then he rushes and gets it down to the 1, which sets up this Evan Champley touchdown. You'll see Kyle Durbin coming off the right side of your screen on a perfectly timed blitz, which then Jack Kettlecamp gets in here for this pressure, but the pass is complete up the sideline. One completion won't matter too much as Evan Champley gets in here with the pressure and sacks the quarterback. Now here comes Moats on a big punt return, and you see Champley right here calling for the block. And then Hunter Morgan just lays this poor kid out as Moats makes it up to the 1. We thought he got in, but he didn't quite get there. Here's Morgan's hit again. Big boom. And then another Champley rushing touchdown. The big fella, Caden Wright, up front, getting back here for this tackle for loss. More pressure out of Taylorville's defense as Champley makes the quarterback scramble out of the pocket, who loses the ball, and Kettlecamp recovers. That fumble recovery would lead to this pass from Odam to Moore for yet another Taylorville touchdown. Taylorville special teams would almost get a takeaway here, but it won't matter in the end anyway, as Kyle Woods is going to get in here and cause the fumble as Joe Fallon goes to catch it, but he just can't. He's rolled down. Keegan Halford and Caleb Rothmeyer get in here for this big tackle for loss in the backfield. And then here's some even more pressure out of Taylorville's defense that almost causes an interception right here. Thankfully, no one's injured on that collision, which leads to this pass from Odam to Trey Kreitz for a huge gain. Rothmeyer wasn't done, as you'll see him getting in here for this huge tackle for loss, just throwing the poor kid to the ground. And then once again, Rothmeyer in the backfield. And then here comes Kettlecamp yet again with some more Taylorville defense. Odam gets it done once again through the air, throwing this nice bubble screen to Trey Kreitz, who stretches it all the way out into a touchdown. Both sides of the ball were firing on all cylinders tonight, as the Taylorville pressure almost gets a fumble here, but Mount Vernon recovers. A bad snap on the punt leads to this, which is ruled intentional grounding.
We're a mean defense.
Talk about mean. Here's Jonathan Drew Brookins getting the initial contact in the backfield, which leads to no avail for Mount Vernon. This Austin Herkert rush, which would eventually lead to this pass from Caden Milam to Luke Taylor, who then gets down the field and dives in. After this amazing grab by the Mount Vernon receiver, Rasheed Rudd would score Mount Vernon's only touchdown.
Anytime in the first game, you get the first game jitters, you got all the hoopla that happens in the stands, and you know, it's Friday night football and all the things that happen there. So now that it's come and gone, and we know Effingham is going to be a solid team. They played us tough the last 2 years. Very disciplined, very well coached. I think that in and of itself, who our next opponent is, and the fact they're state ranked, is going to help us keep our focus all week.